A lot of people, for those who don't have anything to do on social media, a lot of them are saying that Simon Ekpa was part of Idu. I watch them and I laugh. Simon Ekpa was part of Idu. He's part of everything. I looked at them and laughed. Because what you don't know is bigger than you. These are inconsequential people, but because of some people, I will make it very clear. I have never been part of Idu. I did not know when Idu was pronounced in any program in the first place. I have never ever been part of anybody or any group where people were discussing we are going to start saying Idu. I have never, and this will be the last time I'm going to address this. I have never participated in any meeting with anybody where somebody say we are going to start saying Idu before they came to the public. I was having a program like this one fateful day, and I begin to see people making comment here. Idu. I was like, where is the Idu coming from? And of course, you all will never believe that. But this is a fact. And I was reading a comment where people have come here to attack me about Idu. I don't know anything about it. And until many days, many weeks before I knew that Nelly Ofebu has gone somewhere in their program to announce Idu. And let me also tell you that I never watched a video where they say Nelly Ofebu say Biafra is a scam, Biafra is dead and all that. I have never seen that video. But when I said it here, people, some of this inconsequential being say, how can you be, why are you not watching the video of the people that you are working with? I didn't see them. And let me tell you, I have no reason to lie. I don't have any reason to lie. I don't have any reason to deny if I had knowledge about it. There is nothing you can do me. There is nothing you can do. But I was never part of it. And when this whole thing was going on, I never knew. It is always on my program here, people will come to attack me before I know what happened. So, and the way they say, if anybody have any voice recording anywhere where Simon Ekpa was discussing with somebody about Idu before it was announced, let the person come forward. When the issue of Idu, I made a comment. I said, I don't have problem if people come to be preaching Idu. I never have problem with that. And for those of you who followed me from the beginning, when I joined the Biafra struggle, I said, when I was making analysis from the beginning, a lot of people don't like the name Biafra. A lot of people don't like the name Biafra. When you ask them, what is Biafra? Once you ask some people, what is Biafra? They will begin to talk. Biafra, okay, where people died, millions of people died, So a lot of people today cannot actually tell you Biafra. But then there are a lot of confusion. Some people will tell you, oh, the person that brought the name is from our riverine coastal region. So why? But the coastal region, so many of them don't like the Biafra. We don't know for the reason best known to them. So a lot of people are coming up with different things and all that. But now, at this point, I am not concerned about what people are doing. Nelly Ofebu is doing something that, if you know, you will protect her more than me, at least for now. So there is nothing that will make me, knowing what Nelly is doing for this struggle and for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you want me to go against her. Never. She has not done what will warrant me to do that. And I don't think she will ever do that. Now, the issue of Idu The issue of Idu, like I said, the only thing you need is to give away the ignorance that you have, and you are going to work with Nelly and others that are shouting Idu. Once that ignorance goes away from you, once ignorance goes away from you, you will embrace whatever anybody is doing, because our target is to leave Nigeria. Our target is to leave Nigeria. That Nelly is shouting Idu today does not mean that at the end of the day, she's going to be the one to impose the Idu name. That we are agitating for Biafra today does not mean that at the end of the day, when the entire people with Nigeria divide today, and people say they don't want the Biafra name, you think they're not going to put it to vote? They're going to vote. It is going to be a referendum. They are going to do it. We are going to conduct referendum in the name of our country. So we are using Biafra to agitate for freedom does not mean that at the end of the day, it will be the final name. But let me tell you, in the beginning, when I started this struggle, the issue of that Biafra came up. And I was, struggling to explain and all that. And then, of course, a lot of people say, okay, let us get freedom first, and then we can decide the name we. And the Mazinam Kano severally have addressed this particular issue on Radio Biafra. He has always said, when we get to Biafra, when we leave Nigeria, people can decide whether we are going to be Biafra or not Biafra. But then, I want you to follow me to the journey of wisdom. Today, I am taking you to a very far away, so that after today, you will not disturb me again. We focus on releasing Mazinam Kano and how to leave Nigeria. So, my people,
good evening. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are. And you are welcome to this program. If you are joining, share this video, invite others to join. If you are joining, share the video, invite others to join. Let's confirm that we are indeed online before we proceed with this gospel of Elohim Chukwokika, who lives in heaven. While you are joining us, invite others to join. Share the video, invite others to join. We are live and direct. We are live on YouTube. Judge Money Blog Africa. We are live on Facebook platforms. We are live in many Facebook platforms. So when you join us, share the video, invite other people to join. And if you are watching from YouTube, subscribe to that page and hit the notification bell in order to get notification each time we come around. Because today we are going to be exposing, the excitement of the chief infiltrators and his lies that he's been telling his gullible followers. You know that these days we only come around when we see it necessary, because we need to continue to debunk the lies, of the enemy, the lies that they are using to manipulate and exploit our people. And I want to tell you today, I do not have any issue or personal issue with anybody who is agitating for Biafra outside IPOB. I want to make it clear to you, I do not have any personal issue with the chief infiltrator. I do not have any personal issues with the chief infiltrator. The only problem I have is anybody who will be claiming that they are fighting for our freedom while they are using the opportunity to exploit our people. That is the only problem I have with this shenanigan that people in the autopilot and their chief is presenting to the world. Other than that, I do not have problem. So I want you to understand that what I am here to do this evening, it is to show you again the way he will present a lies and the way he will be presenting you with the lies. When it comes to where you will grab the information of lies, he will twist it and he will name it something else. Because we continue to follow the enemies, because what we are doing, we are fighting a just cause. And in this cause, so many have fallen, so many are still going to fall. And we do not pray that the Lord will fall, because we know that people will fall in order for us to get this freedom. They are going to their sacrifice. We can never allow to go down the drain, or we can never allow the enemy to come and reap from whatever they have sowed, and what they have sowed that took away their lives, and the enemy want to manipulate in order to reap from where they did not sow. And if you think about it, that has been the the activities of these autopilot infiltrators. What they continue doing is to continue lying to people, telling you lies all the time, making sure that they redirect the narrative of this struggle, and we cannot allow that to happen. That is the reason why we are up and running, exposing their atrocities and their activities. And that is exactly what I am also here to do. And I have learned that once we're done with their exposition, they will go and report those videos. That's what they are doing right now. They will report the video because they're now registering their video as a copy. Is it a copyright? They will go and claim the copyright in the video that we are using to expose them. But that is not a problem, because we are not bloggers. What we are, we will continue to expose the enemy. Regardless of how they present it, we will continue to expose them. So share the video, allow others to join. Let us go there immediately, because I don't want to take much of your time. I wouldn't want to take much of your time. So we are going to go straight to the business of the day. And we are also going to be having interactive section. So I will present our number, WhatsApp call on the screen. So when we are done with this exposition, we will take some few calls before we call it a day. Now, let us go to that exposition immediately. Listen attentively. We are going to be sharing a screen.
Sensitive position must be handed over to a Muslim. So, starting from Nigeria, they want the president to be Muslim, they want the vice president to be Muslim, they want every strategic positions in Nigeria.
No, I think we are the wrong video. We are at the wrong video. We are going to be talking about this one, or should we start from there?
Now, they manipulated the system.
Okay, let us start from here. We're going to start from here.
How prepared we are to take our freedom by force. By force.
Pay attention.
We are going to take our freedom by force in 2023. What we are doing is
what you are seeing here right now is the excitement because the leadership of IPOB, you generally know as the DOS, the HOD, mentioned his name last night in his last night exposition. That is the reason why he became so excited, and he said a whole bunch of things in this video. You know, those things that he said, I just want you to listen to it. And what I want you to grab from it, because this is not actually the one that I want to use for exposition, but I am just building a preamble. When you listen to all the things that he said here, you will understand that he is somebody who just, you know, he was like, wow, which means these people, they were not even, you know, after me. That is the reason why he started what he said here. He was like, it was like, you know, he became more safe because the leadership said that whatever he does, he must account for it. You know, which made him notice that the leadership never had his stand all this while. So when you see him dancing, when you see him talking, when you see him trying to act, you know, as if he won, you know, as if he won, you know, some jackpot, you will understand it is because he just learned that the leadership is not even looking forward to dealing with him. That is the reason why you see him dancing, because the statement of the leadership, you know, stated that whatever he does, he will use his head to carry it. Now, it told him, as a smart criminal that he is, it made him to understand that this leadership, they are not after me for real. They are minding their businesses. So now it will give him a ladder to climb higher, more and more. I want you to look for that. You know, these things that I've told you right now in this video that is right in front of you. Pay very good attention as we play it.
What we're going to do today is to continue the exposition from where we stopped yesterday without wasting of time. Some people say, I've been reading some messages on social media. I've been reading some messages where some people are blabbing, those who have left behind. I want you to understand, nobody can scare us. Nobody can threaten us.
Are you paying attention?
Nobody can come in between our freedom. We are going to fight this particular freedom of Biafra with a vision. A vision. You know, whenever we do this, know that now, yes, yeah. The more you look, the less you see.
And that is what he is doing to you guys. The more you look, the less you see. Pay attention.
We have destroyed the criminals in IPOB. We have destroyed the criminals in IPOB. Going forward, we will be issuing statement in the name of IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, going forward. If you want to name us autopilot, you are free
If you want to continue to recognize us as autopilot, you are free. But officially, we are indigenous people of Biafra. Now, I want you to understand what he did here. He denied his group autopilot. He denied his group autopilot. Now, let us go back to it. You know, when he started claiming IPOB now. Let's go back to it. There is a video I want to show you. Since he is denying autopilot and embracing IPOB, he's claiming that he is now IPOB. Now, I want you to pay attention. Pay attention. Let me bring this video into this program, you know. But while I am still sending this video into this program, you will agree. Okay, let me not actually bring the video. Let me play it from the phone so that it will make the job easy for me. It will make the things easier. Let me play it from the phone. Then it will make it easier for us. Now, pay very good attention. Pay attention. This was the time Asari Dokubo threatened threatened the IPOB, threatened Mazen Nnamdi, saying that he smoked Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out. Now, let's hear from, the Berima himself. What was his response to Asari Dokubo? We are going to hear it. His response to Asari Dokubo. Now, before we continue, now today, he is now claiming to be the same IPOB. Listen, what I am showing you here is this. Of course, you can see this. That is his video. Now, if you go to Australian page, you will see this video. But let's go there.
No, I am not. I would not say I support, I did not support Nnamdi Kanu. I see myself as the history that we all know, information about the role in his escape. Whatever role I played, it was then. One, first, and the cuckoo, is that the sort of Biafra? They had no evidence. I would prefer to be.
Now, in this video that I'm about to show you, I want you to understand that in this video, it is where he was saying that IPOB was blackmailing Asari Dokubo. That we were blackmailing Asari Dokubo. That IPOB is criminal. That IPOB is this and that. The same this guy who is in front of your screen, who is now denying his group in the name of autopilot and trying to embrace IPOB, which he is not, a member of IPOB. Everybody is indigenous people of Biafra. Everybody that is Biafra, that is, from the eastern region of Nigeria, is indigenous people of Biafra. But when it comes to this brand name, it is a brand name, those that are seen as the pillar, those that are seen to be in the forefront with the leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, in the fight for restoration of Biafra. It is gazetted. IPOB we are talking about is not just regular IPOB, the one that is gazetted, that the whole world recognizes as the group who are fighting for the restoration of the dignity of mankind. Now, listen attentively to his response to all the threats and everything Asari Dokubo said, which he said against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, against IPOB. He even said that every IPOB you found must be killed. Of course, today he has created his own militia group, Asari Dokubo. He has created his own militia group, which Fulani is involved. Hausa people is involved. Ijaw people is involved. Those are the militia group Asari Dokubo has created today. And all this group, he claimed that they are going to be fighting the Fulani, or he said they are going to be fighting the Fulani. But of course, most of them that they have sent into hinterland to kill our people, most of them were cut down. That is now, he is now creating it. You ask yourself, what is the reason why Asari Dokubo will wake up and create a militia group while the zoo government, who claim that ESN is a terrorist, IPOB is a terrorist, they never ever question Asari Dokubo? Because the same Asari Dokubo that Berima was defending, the same Asari Dokubo is working with the same people Berima is working with. Listen attentively. Let's go there.
Human flesh. They are roasting human flesh to eat.
Asari Dokubo saying that IPOB is roasting woman's flesh, human flesh, rather.
I would prefer to be in any other place other than that sort of thing.
Okay.
Remember,
Listen.
in all this blackmailing, they had no evidence against Asari Dokubo of being masterminding the kidnap of Masinami.
Did you hear that? They have no evidence of Asari Dokubo being masterminding. Remember, Asari Dokubo told you that he smoked him out. He came now to defend Asari Dokubo, which means it looks like Asari Dokubo, you deform my hands. That's why, he came to defend Asari Dokubo, who already said it with his mouth, to say that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was smoked out by him. Now pay attention. Let's continue.
They did not send message through their whatever, their social media and the WhatsApp, not to be insulting and accusing a man they have no evidence against. I kept quiet. Everybody was watching it. Everybody was watching how they said that Asari was the one who saw the money. They even calling Uche before. You don't have any proof against him.
Okay.
But let me tell you, autopilot people that are the real genuine Biafran and the follower of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We cannot. I want you to go from A to Z. All the media warriors of autopilot. You cannot see any of them accusing Asari Dokubo. Accusing, because there is no evidence. We do with evidence.
How will they accuse Asari Dokubo or Tokumbo? How are they going to accuse Asari Dokubo? Because Asari Dokubo, you and all your media warriors, you guys are on the same page. Now, I did not play this from the beginning. I just played the path that he said. Now he said there is no evidence. Even when Asari came and said that IPOB must be killed, that they are the ones who Uzodinma is using to cause cannibalism, that IPOB are the ones killing in everywhere, that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was smoked out by him, that he promised him that he will smoke him out. Now you begin to ask yourself, why is this guy defending Asari Dokubo? And this is not exact video that I am looking for actually.
If anybody does that, he was not part of us. Maybe the person does join our autopilot today. So I challenge you to go to all our media warriors. They don't accuse people without evidence.
Okay.
Before we come to social media, we have evidence. Evidence before we come out.
Did you hear that? I hope you heard that. Now let me check this one. Okay, yes. This is the one I'm looking for. Let me bring it to the screen, because we are going to be taking it one step at a time. We are going to be giving you precept that will be upon precept, because when we do things, we do it precept upon precept, so that you will understand. because I had that tumbo here. For you to know exactly which angle this guy is coming from. Now listen to the full video here.
So Asari Dokubo, the only thing I'm telling you, I'm not come here to attack you. I have not come here to blackmail you because I will not blackmail anybody that have done nothing to me. I will not blackmail you. Your anger, I understand it because it is happening to me. So the same way I am feeling is the same way you are feeling. So I have not come here to attack Asari Dokubo. Tell Asari Dokubo the first time in the history of this struggle that I have come and addressed his concern and I did not attack him. And let him not attack autopilot. Tell him that autopilot are not the one that attacking him. Tell him that any day he wants to address these people, he should address them properly. Address them like illiterate, IPOB, DOS criminals. And they are
ignorant. Listening.
Autopilot are different people.
And that bloated pig, always talking rubbish and spitting everywhere. That pig is like another affront.
Now he said you should address them like illiterate IPOB, the DOS criminals. Now, the same illiterate IPOB that are the criminals is the same IPOB that this this Agafu in Finland is now telling you that he is going to be answering today, that they are no longer autopilot. He's denying his group autopilot. Listen to it attentively. Listen to it before we come back to this.
I want you to understand that some people are really trying to get our attention. Okay? Some people are trying to get our attention.
Wow.
The date is already 14th here. So for those of you saying I should change date, that is why it is from 13th. Oh, sorry, from 13th to 14th. One moment. You will be addressing us officially as the IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra. If you wish, you will add autopilot. It is no longer necessary.
If you wish, you will add autopilot. It is no longer necessary. Did you hear that? You will be addressing them as IPOB. The same IPOB which are illiterate criminal. Hey, no matter. Now let's listen to this one again. Let's listen to it again. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Thank you. So as a the only thing I'm telling you, I'm not come here to attack you. I have not come here to blackmail you because I will not blackmail anybody that have done nothing to me. I will not blackmail you. Your anger, I understand it because it is happening to me. So the same way I am feeling is the same way you are feeling.
We are having
so I have not come here to attack Asari Dokubo.
While it is playing,
the first time in the history of this struggle that I have come and addressed his concern and I did not attack him. And let him not attack autopilot. Tell him that autopilot are not the one that attacking him. Tell him that any day he wants to address these people, he should address them properly. Address them like illiterate, IPOB, DOS criminals. And they are ignorant. Autopilot are different people.
And that bloated pig, always talking rubbish and spitting everywhere. That pig is like another Afonja in our land. That pig is an agent of darkness in our land. If you don't know, I'll tell you tonight.
Did you hear that? Illiterate IPOB, the same IPOB now that he is claiming, the same illiterate IPOB that he is claiming now that he is now going to be addressed as, is the same IPOB that is illiterate IPOB DOS criminal. Listen, let us continue with the main story.
Am I clear? Indigenous people of Biafra. February 28. Every autopilot today is hereby declared indigenous people of Biafra. Officially. Use it anywhere, use it anyhow, and let nobody tell you that you are autopilot. Okay? Autopilot is going to be a nickname we will be answering and all that. Your name is IPOB. You are indigenous people of Biafra. Tell anybody who feel threatened by this declaration today to go to anywhere.
Remember from the preamble, I told you that after the HOD's speech last night, what this guy noticed was that, you know, he noticed something. He says, so these people are not even at my back. They are not even, you know, looking for me. They are not even after me. Therefore, it means that I can fly. That is the reason why you find him flying the way he is flying right now. You know, he just discovered that the leadership never even had his time. They don't have his time. That is the reason why he's decided now to, you know, to fly higher. That is what you are seeing right now. He is so excited that his name was mentioned because he wanted to hear from the leadership to know what is in their mind. He's been dying to hear from them. Mention his name to know what is in the mind of the leadership. And that's exactly what just happened. And he heard from the leadership and he became more excited, which means I can go more. I can go harder because they can't do nothing. That is the reason why he is saying that if anybody feels threatened, they can take him anywhere, because he noticed that the leadership does not have his time. Hey. Psychology. Let us continue. Listen.
Having said that, like you know, I don't want to dwell in to start recognizing inconsequential people. Now, you can now believe. You are now going to, your eyes are clear now, in control of anything.
Wow.
Finally, you are now, you can see the picture very clear. They are not in control of anything in Biafra land. Nobody listening to them. ESN is intact. Under Nnamdi Kanu.
Hi, people does not know the reason why. Whenever this guy mentioned ESN, it is the reason why I always laugh whenever he mentioned ESN. Isn't that he does not even know anything about ESN as we speak? That one I can bet my life on it. He does not know anything about ESN as we are speaking. But every time he's using the name of ESN to organize fundraising. Every time he's using the name of ESN to organize fundraising. This guy said that he is building an alliance or creating an alliance with all these, militia groups that are in the Biafra land. And at the end of it, he knows that when he mentioned their name, you will not give them money. That he will only mention ESN that you give him money. That is the reason why every day ESN is the topic of the day. Every day ESN is the topic of the day. That is the reason why each and every time he will not cease to mention ESN. Because the ESN you saw here, the first time when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, rendition to Nigeria, the first thing they did, they went in there with $747,000, almost $1 million, which they stole from the account before Umueri account. They stole that money. They used that money to deceive some of the people in the ESN, and they fished them out. And those same people are the same people that are committing crime today, that you see on the TV, that they're being reported that they are going to collect a ransom. Because the reason why I can categorically tell you what is going on, because I know activities of ESN. I know everything with regards to ESN created by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is the reason why I am telling you about those moles that they created in the name that every time they're presenting themselves as ESN. Those moles that have been putting themselves in problem, getting themselves killed for no reason because they're gone south. Because if you go south, you can no longer go home. If you go south, you can no longer go home. That is what these people just discovered, that they have sinned against the struggle, and therefore these people are under oath. When you are under oath, you sin against the struggle. At the end of the day, you are going to fall because you swore an oath to protect the land of Biafra, not to terrorize the land of Biafra. So whenever you go contrary to that oath that you have sworn, it is going to pay you, you are going to pay with your life because you swear oath to protect the land, not to terrorize the land. So whenever, regardless of who made you available, regardless of who made you lose guard, regardless of whether you got a call that Tina Sanworu is not treating you correctly, that this person, and you use because of what you heard, when the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra made us to understand that, if you have any problem, hold your problem, hold your complaint until I return. That was what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said to all of us. If you have any problem, hold your problem, hold your complaint, tell it to me. When I return, then I will handle it. Then somebody came from nowhere to deceive you, and you call yourself a formidable IPOB. You are, let me tell you what you are. You are a formidable Onuku. That's what you are. A formidable idiot. That's exactly what you are. You claim that you are a disciple of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but you went ahead contradicting everything that he has put in place. You went ahead, duplicating everything he put in place. You went ahead creating radio he created. You went ahead going against the security of our land, trying to turn them against the people who give them directions. Because this is called divide and rule strategy. The divide and rule strategy, which is what you are using against our people. And this divide and rule strategy is what is destroying these guys that you have managed to use the money that IPOB across the world, Biafrans across the world, donated in order for the safety of our land. You, Nelly, Oyibo, Bridget, and all that, they siphon that money and you use it to go and fish them out. When that money got finished, that was when these people now engaging themselves into sort of criminalities that you see them today coming up, being killed, just like you will hear him here said, okay, in the other video that I am going to show you, when he was talking about Ikonso, that, when he was talking about Ikonso, because even during that time, he was deceiving our ESN. He was as well deceiving the family of Ikonso. And I know that so many of you might not be aware of it. While he was deceiving some of these boys on the ground, he was deceiving Ikonso's family as well. And I am going to show you that. I am going to show you that as we proceed. But I want you to pay attention. Each time he mentions ESN, he is mentioning this ESN only because ESN is the only thing that can put food on his table. ESN is the only thing that can melt your heart to bring money and give this a man. But believe you me, this guy is not, this guy does not know anything about the ESN. He does not know anything about ESN except the criminals that he formed in the name that he told you that Nelly and Oyibo, they were forming a militia group in the name of Ada. That was the name of the militia they formed when they were all together, Ada, which he made a video and show you that these people, they are called, M branch. It is the militia they created called Ada. All these boys that they have gathered that time, those boys are the people whom that 700 and almost $1 million they have stolen from their account before they claim Umeri account. That money they use to make them June, July. They use that money to make them June, July. Hello, they make that money, these people followed them. When that money finished, there was no other money. Even the fundraising they claim they are doing all the time, it is not enough to service what they have started. That was the reason why some of these people started engaging into kidnapping, criminality. The one you call Baby, the one you call Lion, the one you called 50, which is the one of recent. That so many of you who are uninformed will come and say it is the leadership that is killing the ESN because they are following Simon Ekpa. One thing is knowing the truth. Another thing is discovering the truth. Because when you look at what is going on right now, you will agree with me and you will understand that, this guy, Nelly Ofebu, Oyibo, as Bridget, before this Azuka, Johnny just come, Azuka and him, in fact, he started pronouncing IPOB before Azuka. Azuka was yesterday. Azuka was yesterday Pasabayo. But because he need a woman that he will use, he will be presenting to people in order to use their face to manipulate people. So that many of you believe that once he's a woman and they cannot commit crime. You don't know that women are the people that are placed in the manipulative, situation, in place where they need to manipulate you. Women will be there so that you will believe them in a hurry. That is the reason why he cannot work without those women. Now, when they had problem after that almost $1 million finished, they now nearly discovered that there is something about this guy with money. That the way every time he say he's paying these people, he's paying that people, but he's enriching himself. He's buying himself a new car in Finland. All these things triggered a problem, which led him, for Nelly to come to expose him, he dropped the nude of Nelly so that Nelly will run away from social media. Are you paying attention? The reason why he did it, so that Nelly will run away from social media. But eventually, Nelly did not run away from social media because Nelly did not want to accept defeat from his accomplices. Now, Nelly still stay put. But now, Loretta Onochie, who is also masterminding all this shenanigan of Nelly Oyiboriteze. Loretta Onochie, the woman in Asoroka, Kuna Abuja. That woman who is the one who came also to say anywhere they see the nude of Nelly Ofebu in the internet, they should drop the page. That was the proclamation she issued to the media owners to protect Nelly. They are, the people that they are using. Now, after that, Nelly did not move out of social media, but what surprises me is that Nelly did not do the exposition as per what this guy is up to. I don't know if it is because he has some more things that some more nude that he's going to share if Nelly indeed do what he's doing. Or Nelly is scared that this nude will gallop in America because Nelly is supposed to be a person that is living a life worthy of emulation because she's a teacher. She's a school teacher in the United States. So I believe that the threat is the reason why Nelly, and he knows exactly what he was doing. That threat, me amu Nelly da, or Nelly amu. That threat. So at some point, this thing is going on. Every time this guy is telling you ESN, there is nothing like ESN in every shenanigan that these people are presenting. There is nothing like ESN. ESN is not involved. It is the people they have deceived, the people they have gathered together in order to create a militia group called ADA. Those are the same people that you are hearing today, because now they know that ESN is even nowhere to be found by them again or their members. That is the reason why they cannot access ESN anymore, because all these moles amongst them, they are being separated from the wheat. Those chaff are being separated from the wheat. And that is the reason why this guy you see today, he cannot have that, he cannot have that gumption, that gumption in mentioning ESN. When last did you hear him mentioning ESN? Because he knows that the leadership mentioned his name. That's when that's how he became audacious. He has that, he now has that gumption to mention ESN again, so that you will find him in a few days' time to tell you that you need to raise fund for ESN. Are you paying attention? This is the manipulative approaches that this guy has been using against our people. And if care is not taken, those of you who are using, your platform, I know that many of you are bloggers. You just using it in order to, because, you use it to build your page, to collect money from Facebook. That is even the reason why, don't be surprised when we are done with this video, you will hear a copyright. You will see a copyright on top of it. because they now report it to say they now put copyright on their videos so that we don't expose them. That's exactly what we are doing, because I know that all this music, I'm no longer playing them because it has copyright. Now, to my greatest surprise, after exposing this, they will tell me copyright. And at the end of the day, I'm not a blogger. So the only thing is that they will tell you copyright, that these people will claim from your this and this. That's okay. You know, as long as we are able to communicate the truth, the factual information to our people, that is exactly what matters. Nothing else. But I can assure you, this guy does not know anything about ESN. As we speak now, like I said to you, I can tell you categorically that this guy does not know anything about ESN. He now saw, because our men on ground, they already know that this guy is a killer squad. This guy is a killing machine. They now distance themselves from every of his gangs. They distance themselves. They now made it mandate anybody who contacted anybody related to this experiment. Right from the time, baby was Lion was captured. You heard about Lion. You know how he ended. You heard about him, and you saw what he was doing in Anambra State and Osumo. When this ESN captured him, they captured him because they still went to use the name of ESN to commit their crime. They used the name of ESN to snatch cars. They used the name of ESN to exploit our people. Go to the petrol station, they buy petrol, full tank, without payment. And at the end of the day, somebody will come to my phone to tell me that, people, that the leadership is using Soludo to kill our people. If there is any activities that Soludo is doing in Anambra State, just like I wrote earlier on, we are trying to follow it up to know what exactly is the activities of Soludo. But as we know that ESN, our ESN, gazetted ESN, not the ones the criminals are using every time, just like they have told you now about, they are telling you about being IPOB, that they are now IPOB. Our gazetted ESN, Soludo would dare not to touch any of them. Soludo would dare not to touch any of them. For those of you who are uninformed, that at the end of the day, you people will be talking rubbish. If you have anybody that tell you that they are ESN, that they have, Soludo have killed them, you bring anybody who will confess that. Let's see that person. Because the problem you people have is that when somebody who is lying to you, because you are uninformed, then you will come out and start flying the news that the leadership is made Soludo to go into the to be Anambra State governor, for him to be used to kill our people. That is exactly what so many of you are believing, the lies that you are told. How did the leadership make Soludo to go into power of Anambra State? How? Did anybody campaign for Soludo? If we have to talk about, people that we heard people talking about during the time of election. We had Master Prophet campaigning for Ifeanyi Uba. Soludo, if he won the election, he could win the election because Soludo was very vocal about the struggle. Biafrans, when you give them your support, they will give you their support. And that is how it is. Soludo was very vocal. He didn't hide it. That Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not a criminal. That Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting a just cause. He was vocal about the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So if Biafrans saw that and voted for him, then the criminals who wanted to vote for APC-led government, which promised them 1 billion, was it 1 billion that was told? Because this guy, Eberima, was actually trying to boycott election for the Anduba to win Anambra State election, which he billed him 1 billion naira. He billed him 1 billion naira. Is it either 1 billion or 20 billion naira? I have forgotten the figure that I was given, but I know that few months ago I brought it to your notice. Then when it didn't work, he still expects this Andy Uba to pay him that money. Andy Uba now dropped him, and he starts saying that Soludo was making statements that Andy Uba is the one causing the insecurity in Anambra State. If you can understand that point, that time, there are many things that we know. There are many data that we have. That some of them are not the data that we will present online because of security reasons, but we will present to you the ones that are not that sensitive. But at the end of the day of reckoning is coming. The day of reckoning. Because as in Abatos I go mile. Now, let us continue to listen to what he is saying here. So now, for people who has been telling me, I have not less than 2 calls yesterday about people telling me that the leadership went to make Soludo to win Anambra State election. Is that not laughable? Is it not laughable? If you wanted to think about the man of the people during Anambra State election campaign, it was Ifeanyi Uba, a man of the people. It was actually Ifeanyi Uba that they placed Soludo there in order for Soludo to be killing our people. That is their argument. And that has been what they've been saying, using it to deceive the gullible ones. You never heard leadership too. When they call for election boycott, immediately when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, no, you cannot boycott the election. And even common sense, which is not common anymore, will tell you that our leader is held captive. You are boycotting the election. While the autopilot is up and running, Asari Dokubo up and running, trying to make sure that they call Mazen Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist that time, so that they will eliminate him and forget about him. Those were the plans of the enemy during that time, because had it been we boycotted the Anambra State election, that will make us anti-democratic movement. And it is only terrorists that is anti-democratic movement, because our case that time was very sensitive. Nigeria government bribed so many institutions. And from the international communities, they bribed so many individuals. All they were waiting for is the mistake that IPOB will do at that point in time. That is the reason why we are more diplomatic. We continue to protect the interest of this struggle and the life of our leader, who is in the hands of the enemy, which actually made us to be handicapped. When our leader called for to put a stop on that boycott of Anambra State election, which the leadership, they were actually reluctant in calling off the Anambra State boycott. That's why they called it a dire minute, a late, because they wanted to make sure it was exactly what our leader wanted. When they discovered, they call it off. And some people are here talking rubbish. Now let's listen to this guy again to hear what he has to say before we go to how he is manipulating Ikonso's family, using the name of Ikonso in order to lie to our people. Using the name of Ikonso in order to lie to our people. Now let's go there. Let's go there.
We are not going to be taking
Oh.
So I want you to understand that we are the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. If you want, you add autopilot.
Somebody is denying autopilot.
I want you to understand. There is something I want to say today. It is a pity. It is a pity that the relative of our leader.
Now, before he go there, I want you now to understand what he's about to say. The relatives of our leader, the name of Kanun Takano, prophet of all prophets, and Emmanuel Kanu. But to be specific, Kanun Takano, to be specific, Kanun Takano that he is talking about. Remember when all this shenanigans started? He is the one who told us that Kanun Takano, him and Nelly, sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He is the one, right? He is the one who told us that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu little brother is a Fulani boy. And calling him a Fulani boy means that that is the meaning of calling him a Fulani boy. And now, he is the same person now, trying to tell you here that it is a pity that, these same people who sold their brother, according to him, and this same person whom he called a Fulani boy, that they chose a wrong path by, supporting the leadership from the beginning of all these things. Now, I know the reason why he is saying these things that he is saying right now. The real reason why he is saying it is because he could see that, this same Kanun Takano is now an enemy of everything. And because he knows that he is the one who exposed this Kanun Takano, he knows that he's the one who exposed Kanun Takano for his activities. Now he want to use style now to brainwash people, to remove Kanun Takano from where he placed him, because he wants Kanun Takano now to start working with him in order to start getting information. In order to start getting information from what is going on, what our leader is up to, what does our leader know. That is exactly what he is trying to drive his way through into. Of course, we know that Kanun Takano is back in communication with him, because he is also looking for a voice to fight the leadership. Because Ole Akugo, we have seen him for what he is. He is looking for the leadership in order, he's looking for a voice or platform to attack the leadership. Now, hear the story. He wants to start, sympathizing with Kanun Takano, master prophet. He wants to sympathize with them so that he will find a way to, maybe tomorrow, if you see them communicating, or if you see them in his platform, if you see, you will understand that it is business now. Business has now moved, is now taking another shape, because now they are no longer getting money. You see, autopilot, Biafrans that have left them behind. Forget about all this irate in the comment section and bloggers. These bloggers are there because they also want to use it as a content. The bloggers you see that is promoting him, they want to use him as a content. So forget about all these things that you are seeing. Okunda and Yugo, their light is off. The light of their criminality is off. You know, our men on ground, they have picked up their pieces from where they have fallen short. They have organized themselves now. They are more formidable, more than ever before. And now, our people in Biafra land, they have realized exactly what is going on with this Eperima, because he will always find a way to manipulate you in order to tell you fundraising. He will always find a way to manipulate you in order to tell you fundraising. Don't be surprised that there might be a fundraising in coming days. Don't be surprised if you see a sticker, because whenever he wants to build a background in order to introduce fundraising, I know it. And I always come around that time to, because I no longer listen to his broadcast, but I know that God will always take me to that one that I must expose. Once I get hold of that one, I listen to it. Now I will know what to do with it. That is exactly what is going on. I don't have time to listening to his broadcast again to follow him up to know what he's doing, because I know that his light is off. Okay, Anugo. Let us continue. It breaks your heart.
It breaks my heart.
Wow.
That Canon Takano, Emmanuel Kano, and all the relatives of our leader, even if whatever they have done, it breaks my heart. They didn't see this day coming.
It breaks your heart.
Breaks my heart.
Aye.
It breaks my heart that they were deceived. It breaks my heart that Canon Takano, apart from the fact that he knew our leader was kidnapped, and he concealed it.
Now, apart from that, he went now to find a way to remove Canon Takano from there. After all the months and years of telling you that Canon Takano was the one, he want to remove him from there, because Canon Takano now is probably dancing on the tone of his benefit. The tone of his benefit. That is the reason why he started breaking his heart. That is the reason why he wants to find a way to navigate, this knowing about your brother, and you concealed it. And he wants to now find a way to remove that path of knowing and concealing, so that they will now start working together. That is exactly what you are seeing going on here. Because he believed that when he gets Canon Takano around, he believed that gullible Biafrans will be bringing money. And maybe he will also get the money woman around, which is Madam Finance, the gullible Madam Finance, emotional fool, Madam Finance. Madam Finance, let me be honest with you, Madam Finance might not have done anything so evil. Might not have done anything so evil, but she is a gullible fool. And forgetting that in this type of struggle, you don't have to be gullible. Gullibility is is what you cannot tolerate. You need to be more rational. This is not a family case that because you are Madam Finance, you hear that this person and Mazen Namdekano share the same surname. Therefore, let me carry this finance that the whole 70 million Biafra and more is donating. Let me go and sit next to the family. As if we are doing Igwe in the village as if we are doing that is exactly what she is thinking. Notwithstanding that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, his brother, that is undermining his strategies, made us to understand that the DOS is the highest office. Anything the DOS says goes. Anything they said goes. He did not say anything my siblings say goes. That is the reason why he is an honorable man. He never said anything my siblings says goes. He said anything the DOS say go. If they call you on phone, you are reluctant to return their call or pick up their call, I will know that Zoo have bought you over and you will be dealt with. I am quoting him verbatim. That was his words. Then somebody who called herself the woman who is entrusted with our money decided now to go to the family member whom was alleged to conceal the information of our leader being kidnapped in Kenya for 8 days. You decided to go and align with that same person. Is that not an irony? Is that not an irony? I am not accusing anybody, but in a situation like this, and he never come to the bunk that he knew that our leader was captured for 8 days, and he said to the DOS that the leader is praying in the mountain, and he said to the other woman, don't make it public. He never come to debunk that, claim, showing you that there is some truth in it. Now, while we are at it, Madam Finance go and rapala na aru onya nulo na kidnap 1 year worker for 8 days. He kept quiet. He concealed it. Ojarapala na aru afanwa na akopoli with the IPOB money. If he asks you for 1 million, you give him $1 million. Tomorrow he will go and say, Vanguard, take this 100,000 naira. Write some nonsense there that I was in Canon Takano is in United Nations and United Nations. While the news of United Nations, what surprises me is that the news of United Nations came out in April. In April, that was when United Nations issued that proclamation to Nigeria. But because of conflict of interest, it was not reported. It was not told to us. And who made that move? It was Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's wife. It was not Canon Takano. But now, this Vanguard newspaper, they reported it in the 2020, October 2021. Pay attention. They reported it in October 2021. And this one that happened in April, which was moved by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's wife and the lawyer. Now, Vanguard now bring that one of October 2021, updated it, which if you go to Google, to check when Vanguard reposted it, it was on the 3rd of, I think on the 23rd or the 3rd of July. On the 3rd of July, that was when Vanguard updated that one of October. About Canon Takano again, updated it, brought it, that it was on top of the news. Whenever you search it and it has what is called that is, you know, when you go to online, they are on the top. The first thing, once you type something like that, it is that one of Canon Takano that will appear first. SEO. It has SEO, a great SEO, so that whenever you type it, it comes out first. Now, Vanguard reported it was him. Using the same story, just updating it, it was him. The one that it was Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's wife, they didn't report it, they didn't bring it, they didn't SEO it. If not, that I went deep to look for who went to United Nations. Because I actually made a exposition on the one of Canon Takano. Believing it was him, I actually hailed him and I told him, this is what you're supposed to be doing, not to be around the gossiping. Without knowing it was not him, rather it was the wife of our leader who went to United Nations with the law. Listen, that was where I found the news, the correct news of the person who was in United Nations. You will tell me, why is Vanguard promoting Canon Takano? The question is up for you to answer. Now, coming back to what we are saying, he wants to find a way to bring him closer. Because you believe when he brings Canon Takano closer, it will bring more money. More money. Because everything that this guy is fighting for is money, believe you me. Believe you me. Anything, if there is anything he is up for, it is your money. It is your money and the power. Hear it clearly. It is your money and the power. How many of these criminal prophets and the pastors are still coming out to tell you, hear me and hear me clearly? How many of them are you still seeing? Because this guy, if you see what they have started with this guy, it will expose them all. Now, let us continue to see how it is a pity that he is pitying the people he first of all announced that they were criminal. He is pitying the criminal he claimed that, sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria government. Today he is pitying. It is a pity that they chose this. It is a pity. It is a pity. Now let's hear the reason why it is a pity. Listen attentively. Because the enemy of your enemy will become your friend, regardless of what they have done. As long as you have, interest, selfish interest, it does not matter who comes around and they join force with you. And once they join force with you, as long as it brings your interest on the table, it doesn't matter. That is why it is a pity. That is the reason why it is becoming a pity that Canon Takano, he used to call you on the phone. He's actually confessing. He used to call you on the phone. You people need to discuss. That one looking for your number. Listen to it attentively.
He was deceived.
By whom?
It breaks my heart.
By whom? Do you have a heart?
Of our leader didn't see today. They didn't see how genuine Simon Ekpa.
Hi! Oh, yeah, genuine.
They didn't see the loyalty of Simon Ekpa to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
Dude. If we talk about genuity, if we have to talk about genuinity, this guy, he is a criminal. When I talk about criminal, he is a manipulative criminal. Did you see the emotion he is trying to create here? He's trying to create emotion that even some of you who knows he's a criminal will become biased by talking in general, by telling you it breaks your heart to know that, you know, they didn't know how genuine Simon Ekpa is. It is a psychology, a reverse psychology. You know, it is a reverse psychology he's trying to use on you. Pay very good attention. Don't be moved by that reverse psychology. He is a criminal. Listen attentively.
And they went over the red line, crossed it. They used them to do all manner of things against me. After they have succeeded in using them against me, today they are fighting them. They are fighting the siblings of Mazinga. It's heartbreaking. One thing about me is that I have human heart.
Human heart. This guy say he has a human heart. What is human heart that this guy called out people from Biafra land, and from the first week Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, the time they got hold of that money, 9 men was killed. The one Nelly told you they were carried in, the military was carried, they took 2,000 body bags. That was when they started killing our people. And some people will come and tell you that those men that Tina Sanworu did not give them money for bullets and for guns. You know, some people will come and tell you that the leadership is siphoning the money for these people. But now, the same people decided to turn around, turn away from, because you know, half information is very, very dangerous. Half information. That is what these people are using to destroy our people, including the people that I believe they will know better. It pains me that the people I thought that they will know better, they are falling, in the trap of these people. The lies that they have told. Some people, they are against him, but the lie he has told them never left them alone. The lies he told them did not leave them alone. And I want to tell these people, because now I know some of you that I am talking to, you are watching right now, which I don't want to start talking up, giving details of what I heard from you guys. But the most important thing is that you have seen the light of the truth, but the lies that this guy told you is not yet leaving you behind. You are still being manipulated with that lies, because maybe you expect Chike Doziem to speak to you or to recognize you. You expect China Sanworu to dance to your tone or take your advices. If they refuse, then you now being consumed with anger. This anger, it is not going to help you guys. The most important thing you need to do, keep this your anger in your pocket. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes out, present your anger to him. That is my advice to many of you. Leave this, just put it in your pocket. I didn't say throw it away, hold it. Even if you get heart attack while holding it, continue holding it. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu come, present it to him. Let him be the judge, because he's the one who gave us these people to listen to. He's the one who told us that they are the highest command. And you know, a soldier at war, they obey the last order until otherwise. And he went ahead to tell you that it is lack of discipline that made us lose 1967 to 1970. Why don't you try to make a change in this time around? If you believe that you trust Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is the one piloting this affair, if you believe you trust in him, why don't you follow his strategies? And if it fails, you blame it on him. I don't believe that any of you who are trying to be more Biafran than others, who are trying to care more than others, that you care about ordinary Biafrans on the ground more than Mazen Nnamdi Kanu do. You don't. You cannot lose your freedom. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a married person. He's a family man. He committed no crime, but he lost his freedom just for the sake of Biafrans. And somebody who is sitting in their comfort zone in Finland, siphoning your money, buying himself a new car. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, ever since he started this struggle, you never see him with a bicycle. When he called him, when he said that you discover and you realize that this is a man we are going to follow, you never see him buying himself a bicycle. He didn't. Because he knows that there is money you are entrusting in his hands. It is not because that he cannot buy himself a bicycle. He can, and nobody needs to question him about it. But because he does not want you to doubt him. He did not do those things. Not that he cannot find a way to get his own money and do it. But that is the reason why he avoids those things. And at the end of the day, he tells you that the freedom of our nation is his priority. Is what more than the Ferrari, what more than any car that you will want to drive. And he continued walking up and down, trying to lobby, trying to do everything for me and you to have freedom. But not even up to a year that he say he's your spokesperson. One man in Finland say he's your spokesperson. He already got himself a brand new car. Not just ordinary car, because he siphoned a lot of money. He was in Finland for many years. He could not change his car. He could not change his car. But immediately when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu went captured in the hands of the enemy, he bought himself a new car. How come? Or because you people does not have sense of reasoning. You people does not have anything to think. You don't follow your enemy to follow what is exactly their agenda. It is only to enrich themselves. You cannot tell me that I am jealous of him because he bought himself a new car. I have cars that is better than even the Ferrari he bought himself, or even the whatever he claimed he bought himself. I have it double. It is not my problem. But I am telling you. And the reason why I can categorically tell you that I have it, you didn't entrust your money with me. It is my hard work that gave me whatever I am living on. It is my hard work. So, somebody who came into the struggle to tell you he's a military, he's a lawyer, he's this and that, he's going to get you Biafra, he won party politician in Finland, he did this, he did that. At the end of the day, he made photoshops showing you, telling you that he is whom he is not. And you don't care to find a reason why this guy is coming with lies. Why does he need to lie to me for me to believe him? It means there is something fishy, because you don't think out of the box. You always encroach your mind with what you see or what you are being told. You don't like your mental slave is not allowing you to make investigation with regards to what you hear and what you digest. You just digest them because you are gullible. That is exactly the reason why this guy is manipulating you. This guy is deceiving you. That is exactly the reason why he's doing so. Today he is telling you that he has a good heart. He has a good heart that he went and killed 9 men from the first week of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu being kidnapped. In the name trying to hijack ESN, in the name trying to create a militia group called ADA. These are Biafran that he was killing. And he capitalized that Ikon saw this, Ikon saw that. Manipulating the family of Ikon saw. And we are still going there. That is where my exposition of the day is. I want to show you something from that video. Let's continue to listening to this while I look for that video in advance.
That Kano Takano didn't see today. Breaks my heart that Emmanuel Kano didn't see today.
With the heart, do you
It
have
breaks
a
my
heart?
heart that all those ones in Germany could not see today.
Wow. So they are calling you now. They have seen today, they are calling you.
And they deceived them to fight the person that could have salvaged their image if they were pure, if their hands were clean. It breaks my heart. But that's not why I'm here. This comment I have made today, let whoever that I have mentioned here go and check himself.
I know why you said that.
It breaks my heart. Because I remember when I was talking with Kano Takano.
Okay, pay attention.
I remember when the first message came from our leader. I remember how Kano Takano was searching for my number everywhere. I remember how Kano Takano talked with me.
Kano Takano was searching for your number everywhere. Go and look at y'all. Kano Takano, he noticed now that you are smarter than him in criminality. Probably. It didn't work. That is the reason why two of you started fighting. That is all I can see in this regard. He was searching for your number. Go and look at y'all. Then he saw that in Ijumuanya Katabo Riteze or Yubonelli or Febu, the people that make things happen on your side, the people who brought you out fully. He saw that he cannot fit in there. And that is the reason why Nelly hates Kano Takano so much. Because he wanted to hijack you first before them themselves hijacked you. Then that is the reason why Nelly hates him so much, and all of them. Now, when he noticed that, no, this guy is a con man, he's going to con me, he's going to be taking lion's share. Then Kano Takano decided to go to DOS, believing that the DOS also, that they are gullible. Now he is discovering that the DOS are only, being good with him because they know he's a brother to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He's a sibling to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And for the respect that they have for the family of Kanu, they allowed him to mess up all this while. And I don't blame anybody because myself, I fought for him for 12 months. I fought for Kano Takano. I fought for him for the love I have for this Kano's family. The whole world will bear me witness. Chukwu Kikabiama will bear me witness for the love I have for Kano's family. I fought for him. I said to myself, no matter what it is, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will come out and tell us what is going on. We cannot talk, we cannot, I cannot actually try to call his family member a criminal because it is still the same Kanu. I can't get, over it that Kanu, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and then somebody tell me Kano Takano. No, I couldn't bear it. So any other person who is emotionally, fooled by that name, I will not blame that person. I will not blame them much because I fought for that Canon Takano. I fought for him. And if he come out today to tell you it is a lie, he will be, an Achobi also. The land will start chasing after him. With all my heart, wholeheartedly, I fought for him for the sake of Kano family. Not for his sake. And I will still continue to defend Kano's family, but not individually anymore. Individually, if you bring criminality in SmackDown, that's how it is. Now, let us continue. Let us continue what the reason why this guy is saying he breaks his heart. Of course, he does not have a heart. He's a criminal.
At the end of the day, he was deceived. I remember how Emmanuel Lucano contacted me. At the end of the day, he was deceived. Because they are not pure. They were looking for something else than following the legacy of their own brother. It pains me. I am telling you.
He is confessing because he knows what was the business they brought to the table. The business they brought to the table, when they discovered that this one will be conning them, because he is very smarter than them. And that is the reason why this one will always tell you that if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be exposed to who sold him, that he will be shocked. That if, he will make that statement here. Let's listen to wait for that statement for him to make it again. Then I will remind you, if he never made it already, they will make it again here.
Because if these people have consulted Oracle, all those native doctors they are going to, if they have actually consulted native doctors and Oracle to ask about Simon M, they wouldn't have gone that wrong.
So you believe in native doctor and Oracle, Simon M? So you believe in them? You believe in them? Wow. The native doctors and Oracle. But you believe in them, but you will blessed sacrament. You deceive people. You believe in native doctors and Oracle, but you use blessed sacrament. Oh, because now the other day you remove it and your candle is off today. You believe in all these things and you will Virgin Maria and Chadesan and Zuki. You see the deceit. When we talk about deceit, deceiving you, deceiving our people. With all these things in behind him. Blessed sacrament, able to get the other side. And Virgin Maria and Chakan on Asia. That is everything that you need to know. You believe in all this oracle and native doctor to tell them that Simon Eber is a good man, because you know that the native doctor which you use, you and Nelly, which at the end of the day, you turn whoever against it and make it is Nelly's problem only. He's doing everything to make sure that he deceives our people. He's doing everything to make sure that whenever you open your mouth, you deceive our people. And yet you bring blessed sacrament, will not deceive. You bring Obe Jesu, image of this thing, bring it behind you. You are using it to deceive our gullible people. And the pastors and prophetess, the so-called pastors, they are every day saying you are the one, you are the one. They have seen. Today. Where is it today? After he said autopilot were pianya, I told him, autopilot, I got passing gear final. I want to can I know my come back and adoration. I will close go back adoration. Maka na autopilot to pianya. ABIG reverse psychology to promote autopilot in the media space. Imagine that Nachukwu Kikabiama is watching. Whatever you do, Chukwu Kikabiama Kagike. He's watching. You want to pay him back for exposing Onaga. When I tell you anything, you should understand that it is a factual information. When he gave him to expose Onaga and his son and the family, instead of him calling Onaga to solve this issue as the priest, after exposing Onaga, Simon Ekpa, that was the leverage. Without you forgetting that you can sin against the Holy Spirit, you can sin against every other human being, deceive any other human being, but immediately when you sin against the Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, you will put yourself in a trouble that you will never come out of by coming to use reverse psychology to promote Berima in Finland. And that is the fate of all these people that call themselves pastor. Ikogugeju, and you will remember this day. You will remember this day. Let us continue.
But they chose, I don't know what they choose. Today, they are fighting each other. All of them. If you ask Kanu Takano now, what did Simon Ekpa do to you? He will have nothing to say.
Okay.
That is nothing.
Have nothing to say. Kanu Takano will have nothing to say because the agreement, the arrangement, initial arrangement, when Mbunu lechara Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, initial arrangement could not hold water. Now, if you remember, I want you to flash back. When these people continue to tell you, like one idiot who came to my WhatsApp was it this morning? Came to my WhatsApp, writing or asking me who betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How come I can't believe it is the DOS? I can't, I'm not, quote, it's not the way he wrote it, because I don't want to lie against him. He said, okay, let me actually read it. Let me actually read it. Because I have it here. I have it here. I have it here. Let me actually see the message a comrade sent to me first. Okay, confirm. Thank you. So now, let's go there. Let me bring that thing. And the person who is sending me this thing, I wonder, I'll ask myself, he first of all say greetings. This was the messages. The messages. Let me read it. He said, greetings to you. I'm Mazi Chidi, okay, from Biafra. From Biafra. I have been seeing the drama that have been unfolding since the betrayal and kidnapping of the true leader of Africa, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I've been quiet for long, but this is my second response to that ugly drama since Mazi was betrayed and kidnapped. With due respect, I have two questions for you. I need your approval to ask. I say, go on. Okay, thanks. Firstly, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was betrayed rather, into the hands of the enemies by who? He is asking me that question. Secondly, why is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya for 8 days and leadership of IPOB DOS did not know or talked about it for that 8 days. Now, first of all, it is true that he introduced himself as it is true that he introduced himself to me as Chidi. I have to, try to find out who is this Chidi. I now, do my own magic ways. I discovered whom he is. He is from Ebonyi State. He is from Ebonyi State. And I know his full name. He's not, I know his full name. But I'm still waiting for him to respond for me a message. But he never responded to me the messages I sent to him since morning. Now, he claimed that Onyendu was kidnapped, that the leadership did not know about it. My response to him first was, why did your Simon not tell you that because he was in communication with Matanga, even when interviewing Onyendu in Kenya, and he was also aware that Onyendu was in Kenya. That was my first response to him. He became mad. He became very mad. He cannot insult me in my WhatsApp inbox. Of course, if he do so, I will block him. He decided to be, civilized and constructively, trying to provoke me as well. Now, he wrote again, please be objective in your speech. You should sound reasonable and know that you are talking to a rational human being. You know the answer to my question, but instead of answering me, you beginning to call name. My brother, I feel for people who do not know what life is all about. Many of you guys do not know how many lives they have lost on this struggle, but take this from me. Every evil has an expiry date. Of course, I take it from you, and I agree with you. What is Professor Charles Soludo doing now as Anambra State Governor? You think you are talking to babies. That's what he said. You have a long way to go as a young man, but yourself to study and develop love for truth. Your inability to answer me those questions speak much volume. Thank you, and my Mother Earth. May Mother Earth treat you as you treat the struggle. He say. Now, I responded to him, I know whom you are, and I know that deep down your heart, you know the truth. And because you believe that you and Simon are from the same place, you believe. Remember when I say, you believe, because he's from Ebonyi, he automatically, because Eberima told you people that he's from Ebonyi, he believed that two of them came from the same place. That was part of the research I did, with him. I found out that he's from Ebonyi. Now, he told you, because you and him is from the same place, now you want to, start defending him. Now, at the end of it, you are ignorant to the truth. Now I told him, if you that is watching me right now, let me say this again to you in general, not referring to him only. Because if you call me on the inbox, I will give you the same answer. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu granted interview to Matanga in Kenya, I didn't know that he was in Kenya. It was after all these things happened that I discovered that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya. I was actually discussing with some group of activists during that time, because I was not preaching Biafra. I was concentrating on African decolonization. Now, when these things happen, I decided to now zoom in to know exactly what is going on with our Biafra cause. Now I discovered a lot of things. Now, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was granting interview with Matanga and Professor Lumumba, Simon Ekpa was aware of that, because when you see a poster Simon will make, he will make a poster of him, Matanga, and Professor Lumumba. True or false? Is it true or false? That is, if you are truthful to your cause, you answer yourself that question. Whenever you see that, he makes this poster, he make a poster all the time. He make a poster with the three of them. That was, I could imagine that was the time Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya. And Simon was in communication with these people. Matanga, who granted interview, the last interview to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. After that last interview to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, we didn't hear from, after Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast which he gave us a prayer to make 150 days to read some, he gave us a psalm to read, either Psalm 119, I can't remember which psalm was that he gave us to read. It's either Psalm 119 that he gave us to read, or another, but I know that was part of his last broadcast he made. After that broadcast, we did not hear from him again. While at that time, he was in communication with Matanga. While this guy, Simon Ekpa, was also in communication with Matanga. I'm Professor Lumumba's secretary. Are you paying attention? Hello. Not only Matanga, Professor Lumumba's secretary. I hope you are hearing me. He was in communication with these people. So now somebody now came to tell you, when this incidents happened, after him and Canon Takano discussion and disagreement, he came and said Canon Takano had it for 8 days, he'll keep quiet. Now he did not come and tell you that he knows that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya. He was in communication with Matanga. He was in communication with the secretary of Lumumba. Rather, he told you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not supposed to be in Kenya, and the DOS did not know about it. That it was the DOS who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You will reason it, because you don't know these things that I'm telling you now. Of course, you must have seen those posters that time, but you didn't pay attention. The reason why I was paying attention, because I was a big fan of Lumumba. I was following Lumumba every step of the way. I was a big fan of Lumumba as a young African decolonization activist. So that was the reason why I paid attention to all these things. So you need to ask him, when he was making a poster for him, Matanga, and Lumumba, how come he is in communication with these people who are still in Kenya, who interviewed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya? He was in communication with them, and he came out to play victim, that he does not know where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is. He came out and said Mazen Nnamdi Kanu couldn't have trusted them because he was a COVID-19 people who joined IPOB, that he could only trust the DOS. Then he came out and tell you after 3 months that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not trust the DOS. That's why he didn't tell them that he was going to Kenya. All these videos are there. The exposition, I followed all these his statements because I was following him bumper to bumper. I followed the criminal in order to solve them. Now, he said all those things. And tomorrow, one efulefu, because you are from Abakeleke, come to tell me that by calling name of Simon, That is the reason why, you know, you came to ask me stupid question in my inbox that I'm indicting myself. You know, I am going to call you again. You Chidi. I will not call your full name, but you will be surprised if I call your full name. I will not call your full name. I know your full name. I know your full name, but you are from Ebonyi State. I want you to use that you are from Ebonyi State to know that, you know, when I follow you, if I want to know things about you, I will know things about you. You are from Ebonyi State. You lived, you know, you are from Ebonyi State. You live in Abakaleke. You live in Abakaleke. Now, at the end of all these things, because you heard that this guy is from your hometown, is from your hometown, you heard, you don't even know where he came from. You don't even know if he's fathered by Janjaweed, the Fulani Caliphate. You don't know these things, but all you know is that he is from your hometown. You have to defend him. And you don't want to show that you are autopilot. Coming to my page, pretending as if you are a neutral person. After 1 year of kidnap of our leader, you come to my page pretending neutral. As if me, that has been in the forefront of following the criminals, you are, you know, I wouldn't recognize that you are autopilot. To come and ask me that kind of stupid question that was asked a year ago. Only now you are waking up. Let's assume that you just woke up from your slumber. You didn't know these things were happening all this while. Let's assume you just wake up. You never ask people who are awake, mafemego. You know, let me wake you up. I'm one kenigi. Let us continue. Let us continue. I want you to continue to pay attention to this experiment. Pay very good attention.
Nothing Kanu will say today that this is what Simon Ekpa have done to him. The same thing goes to Emmanuel Kanu. If you ask him today, what has Simon Ekpa done to you? He will say nothing, because there is nothing, absolutely nothing. The highest thing they will say is that his platform, your platform were used. I am not saying this for them to come to me. No. But I am saying this so that other people watching that have observed this whole struggle since the kidnap of our leader will know what has gone wrong. It breaks my heart.
It breaks your heart.
Would not know who is their enemy and who is not their enemy. Today, it is clear. Continue for the last 1 year, for the past 1 year, they continue to tell you Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB.
Are you a member?
For the past 1 year, they tell you Nigeria government pays Simon Ekpa money. The same people telling you that Nigeria government pays Simon Ekpa money is calling Nigeria government to hold Simon Ekpa responsible. They are calling the international community to hold Simon Ekpa responsible. The exact thing Simon Ekpa is doing today is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done.
That is not what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. Point of correction. And the fact that you know that we say that the Nigeria government pay you money. And I want you to understand that in Nigeria politics, there are different parties. And each party practices partisan politics. The one that favors them is the one they support. So when you want to use this narrative of saying that the same government you say that Simon Ekpa is paying Simon Ekpa money is the same government that you are calling to, you know, hold Simon Ekpa accountable, which is you are talking utter rubbish. If there is anything you are doing in Biafra land, you must be held accountable. So whatever the reason why we are being vocal about it is because to show to the world and the diplomatic world, the free world, that we are peaceful movement, to show to the world that we are fighting to liberate the freedom of our nation, not to kill our people, just like you are bringing people. That is what you are doing. To show to that diplomatic world, this is exactly how it is. Now, having come to this, the one you call Nigeria government that is paying you money, when we talk about Nigeria government, Dave Umahi knows about your activities, true or false. You are working for Dave Umahi, are you not? Now, if you are working for Dave Umahi under APC government, and then somebody from PDP who does not like Dave Umahi will decide that there are these criminals who are being used by Experima in Finland, that Dave Umahi is using to sabotage IPOB. Because he does not like Dave Umahi, let me actually try to eliminate those people that he is using to kill people, So don't even go there, because when you try to bring that logic, it is utter rubbish. Nigeria government, they practice partisan politics. Partisan politics. Anything that is best for the business of your party is what they follow. So if we are talking about you being responsible or held accountable for your actions, we are saying it to the world. You are nobody for us to call anybody. The most important thing is that you don't know that IPOB does not have time to try to stop you physically. If IPOB have time to try to stop you physically, believe you me, Simon, you will not bring the daylight in the next day. I know you don't know what IPOB is made of. You don't know. And because you don't know, that is the reason why you will continue to yap rubbish. Because now people believe that IPOB is a toothless, it's like we are toothless dog because of your activities. But let me remind them, they don't know what IPOB is made of. Regardless of where you are, if IPOB decide today now to look for Simon Epa, believe you me, let me reserve that comment. It is for security purpose. It is for security purpose. But bear in mind that IPOB does not have your time physically. It is we, the media warrior, that we are exposing you, waiting for the time the IPOB leadership will have your time. And because you noticed yesterday that they did not have your time, rather they are sending messages to international community, which they have been working with in order to to actually bring the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to make them know that you are not part of what we are doing for you, for the sake of all your atrocities and your stupidity. But I swear to you, and I believe you me, if IPOB decided today that they want to look for this puppy in Finland, believe you me, it will not take 48 hours. It will not take 48 hours to find you and make you pay for your crimes. And what you don't know is bigger than you, indeed. So let us not go there. Let us just put it the way it is. When they have your time, you will know. Because all this blabbering that you are making, believing that all this your juju men that you are using to use them to deceive our people, to make our people to blindly enriching you while you are using some of the money to go and use it and do juju for them. Believe you me, it is actually, what is making your head big. That is the reason why you open your mouth. You say you are in on it and but if you look at blessed sacrament, it doesn't okay. Now laugh mother under Christianity. kpọrọ ndị pastọ ndị na-eje na nke ndị bedibi epioweli na bedibia gba onwe gị kirikiri fa bụrụzia your media warrior ndị pastọ ndị agụụ. At the end of that, ị gwakwa anyị that na ibu n'ite na-akpọ na ị nọ n'ite na-asụ kpọtọkpọtọkpọtọkpọtọ na ndị omenala ji wee melụ gị ya, ndị nwa ji wee melụ gị ya. Akwụkwọ nsọ si na ị ga-ekpo ọkụ maọbụ iju oyi ma emere otu abụpụ gị n'ọnụ. You need to know where you belong. Ị bụ onye omenala ka ị bụ onye ndị ụka ndị ọcha. That is how it is. So etuzi n'ọnụ, my brother, etuzi n'ọnụ. The fact is that there is only one thing that is making the leadership not to have your time. If that thing happens, when the leadership have your time, the whole world will know that IPOB, we are not into child play. It doesn't augur well with saboteur in our midst. You don't have idea. Let us continue. Listen to him after. Just listen to him for a few seconds. Let's just migrate to the main exposition that I want to make on him.
The reason why they sold him, okay? They collected money and everything you see them accusing somebody is what they have done. So today, the way Simon Ekpa is going for this Biafra struggle, to them, Simon Ekpa is committing crime.
You are committing crime. You are a criminal.
They pretend to be working with him, and they sold him in Kenya.
You own your
government that he was in Kenya.
Who sold him in Kenya? You.
As that is not enough, those who are not.
Don't forget, like I told you, who knew that he was in Kenya? Simon Ekpa, Nelly Ofebu, Bridget. Because Bridget Oyibo, let me actually tell you, Oyibo, first of all, brought 10,000 into the IPOB. Oyibo, you see. Oyibo Nelly Simon brought 10,000 into IPOB. After bringing 10,000 into IPOB, which he used to come close. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu launched the ESN, Oyibo, you see, brought $100,000. What I'm talking about is dollars. Ego bear. Get off here. Put get off a president in America. Whoever. He brought $10,000 first. She brought $10,000. Second, she brought $100,000 to use it to buy the struggle. She used it to enter the struggle. When the people who showed the statistics of Oyibo, gross income, that her gross income, okay, it's not Donald Trump. It go back Trump. Yes, yeah, it's not Donald Trump. He has, according to the statistics, they say that her gross income is not up to $10,000. When we talk about gross, when you remove every other thing, then you get net. Gross is different from net. Remember that gross, you have to pay your tax. You have to pay one or two things. Gross is before deductions. Her gross income. Now, if she pay her tax, pay her mortgage, pay her, if she have other stuff, her clothing, her shopping, her cars, she should pay all these things. How is she going to? Okay, now, when I did the calculations, according to the statistics, I actually evaluated her with. I did the calculation. I found out that her net income, or I will say that after expenditure, she will be having in her pocket $3,000 or $2.5, because now she has to pay her employees. She must pay her employees from that $10,000. She will pay her employees. Now that $10,000 is not actually her net, her gross income, because if she pay her employees. Now she brought 10. She brought 100. The same Oyibo that you started working with Nelly Ofebu, all of them, where did they get that money from? From the politicians, of course, because Fabo Mwan. Fabo, there are women. They got those money from politicians. When her net is less than $3,000, where did she get $100,000? Where did she get $10,000 to give and give $100,000, which is $110,000? And all these people were the people who backed this person up, this guy up, and they started manipulating, trying to hijack ESN. That was the reason why Oyibo came into the account of ESN. Because of that money she brought rather. That's when they started managing the account of ESN, yes? Now, the same person you have worked with them, these people never mean any good. They were politicians. Nelly Ofebu was a member of PDP. She was a member of PDP. Bridget was also a politician in Nigeria. And if you listen to the last exposition that we were talking about, Avid and Aved or whatever, you will understand what she does not want that woman to talk about. That exposition, there was something she does not want that woman to expose. That the Aved is the one working with the politicians, while the Avid was the original people whom Aved, I don't know how they, but one of them, they separated from the original one, working with politicians, trying to siphon money from the US in order to enrich themselves. That Berima is working with them. That is the reason why she keeps telling you, that woman that called into her program, his program, to say, ask me about government in exile. Don't ask me about Aved and Avid. Because he knows that that is when you talk about congressman, when that congressman came to his platform, these were Nigeria politicians or Hanez and Igbo. These were people that this guy is having his loyalty to and is working with them. And these people, they never believe in philosophy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And you will tell me that this guy is genuine. You know, if I must tell you, I have no reason to actually try to talk about this guy, but I have love for my freedom, for the freedom of my children. I have love for that. I don't want my children to continue to run away the same way I ran away from that contraption. So that is the reason why I don't have personal issues with this guy. But I don't like people who want to come in to use psychology and manipulation to deceive the people and they claim that they are innocent while they are the criminal. No, I don't like that. It doesn't go well with me. I give honor to those whom honor is due. I obey the last command. That is discipline. That is me. I can never try to ripple from where I did not sow. I can never try to fight Onyaki Adocha. Akonya Adorocha. Before I started this, I told you that I consulted with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu before I started exposition with this guy, because I was actually following him and supporting his seat at home in 2021. But when I saw his activities, I said, no, let me actually try to consult with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu before I will know what is going on. I did it. And at the end of the day, this guy, every day he is coming to tell you different stories, twisting his lies, telling you he's in charge of ESN, telling you that the leadership that Biafra has left the leadership, that And you are proud to listen to him. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told you that DOS, this leadership, is the structure he created, and we must respect and support it and defend it jealously, and you claim that you are in line with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's orders, and you are following this guy, you are a criminal. You are a criminal. In as much as he is, you are as well. Let me take you to the exposition that I want to make today. Let me take you to that exposition that I want to make today. Let me actually find out if I will be able to.
And they have used you to blackmail Simon Ekpa. After telling you today, go and mark it. After that, you can write to UN, you can write to America, you can write to Israel, you can write to Germany, you can write to any place you want. Let them come and arrest Simon Ekpa.
Like I told you, the reason why he is saying this is because he noticed from the exposition that Chike Dozie made last night that he does not have time for this life. That is the reason why he started bragging. He actually excelled. You know what is excelled? When he noticed after that broadcast, he excelled. And say, so these people are not even after me. Now I will let me continue. That was the reason why he's now start bragging. You can use international communities and the international world, free world. They don't use your barbarian. If you are under investigation, you will not know. If the thing there is that the reason why he is making it vocal, telling you, because he knows that there are many of you who does not understand how the law works in the free world. You don't understand how the law works in the free world. That is the reason why he is on, he is actually, trying to be what he is not. He's trying to be, claim to be audacious in doing what he is doing by telling you, if you like, you go to Israel. If you like, you go to that. If you like, you go there. But one of these places he called, only one whistle. If you blow it, he's gone. But IPOB does not have that time. His time, what we continue to do is focusing on releasing our leader. Focusing on releasing our leader in the DSS dungeon, which is the legal proceedings is there in place. Diplomatic moves is there in place. Every other move is there in place. That you never ask him, since he claimed that the DOS sold our leader. What plans have you put in place to release that our leader to come and say, tell us who sold him? Rather, you are trying to tell us that you are doing what he did. And you are trying to tell us that you will get us Biafra before our leader come out. You are trying to tell us, you are trying to make it public, make it even open that you are trying to take the position of our leader. That is exactly what you are trying to say. And that is exactly what you are doing. That a will not understand it. Some of them will say that they paid me. Can you pay me? How much do you have? Only believe. How much do you have? You paid me. And I go anyhow recharge card if I've done a comment section and the rubbish. Mad people everywhere. Now, I am now telling you, I am now trying to bring it to your notice that this guy does not have lawyer to go for any diplomatic move on behalf of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He does not have lawyer to go for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. He does not have any legal team, legal process, diplomatic process. Rather, he will organize some onyagu in Finland telling you that he want to submit a memorandum that some of his bloggers say that he went to submit the referendum document to Finland Parliament. Then I managed to get contact to the Speaker of Finland Parliament, the assistant of the Speaker of Finland Parliament. And I ask you, if you want to call to find out if there is anything like that in Finnish Parliament, then you contact me, I give you a number to call. None of you did. None of you did. Because you don't like to do your investigation. When somebody do investigation and present to you, you will take a recharge card from your slave masters. You come to comment section writing rubbish. That is what, even you find people you believe they are adults, they take a recharge card writing rubbish in the comment section. You will be wondering, hey, is these people really Biafrans? Because we Biafran people, we use eye contact to communicate. We know all this mixed blood is the reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that we are going to do a DNA when Biafra comes. And I support him 100% to know exactly what is going on. Now, let us go to this, I don't know if, okay, he's finished bragging because the leadership called his name. He finished bragging. He is now bragging that you can go to United Nations, you can go to Israel. What a clear who are gone. But when the leadership decide to do those process you want, you wouldn't feel it. You wouldn't hear it. You will feel it. You will feel it. Believe you me. I didn't know that IPOB did this too much until I made my research. But of course, you will yet to find out what is going on. But let him continue to rant on social media. Let him continue to rant on social media. By the time he is done ranting on social media, but you will realize whenever he finishes rant on social media, then you will realize that, it is not those nitivuze jakuko. There is a saying nitivuze jakuko. But let it continue going to school first. By the time, and don't forget this. Let me get that video of the one I want to expose while you are holding on to this one. Let me get that.
Thank you. So as a Dokubo, the only thing I'm telling you, I'm not come here to attack you, and I'm not come here to blackmail you, because I will not blackmail anybody that have done nothing to me. I will not blackmail you. Your anger, I understand it, because it is happening to me. So the same way I am feeling is the same way you are feeling. So I have not come here to attack Asari Dokubo. Tell Asari Dokubo the first time in the history of this struggle that I have come and addressed his concern, and I did not attack him. I let him not attack autopilot. Tell him that autopilot are not the one that attacking him. Tell him that any day he want to address these people, he should address them properly. Address them like illiterate IPOB DOS criminals and their errand. Autopilot are different people.
That bloated pig, always talking rubbish and spitting everywhere. That pig is like another Afonja in our land. That pig is an agent of darkness in our land. If you don't know, I'll tell you tonight. Because it's a criminal, and I'll prove it. As I'm saying it, I'm mentioning names. As I just say, that's the God Asari Dokubo that I gave money to. From inside the prison, because he has no shame. From inside the prison, I gave that idiot 20 million naira.
was in prison. He was so poor, I gave a right for him to be given 20 million. Our men went to watch it. That same bloated pig went and called DSS to go and arrest my men. You watch it. I get the money to you today. Then people have no shame. Did I give you money or not? I was in prison. I applied the meeting in Cotonou, in your house in Cotonou. With our men, my men, meeting and asked you, how do we proceed from here? You demanded for 200 million naira. You bloated the thief for people. Did you ask me for 200 million or not? I don't talk to Jonas anymore. The operators. Did you not talk to him about it? Did I not give you Jonas authorization to give him money? How much money did you get from him? You shameless pig. Taking the con artist. Now they can. When you are the one that stole from me, I gave you the money for us to do something again. You want to call the DSS? Yes or no? I'm asking you two of us. And if you don't fight, who is in love with his oppressor?
Stop it.
You're in a zoo. You're in a zoo. You're not ashamed of yourself. You're coming out.
So now, now I am going to remove this one, and I am going to bring this one. Let us now listen to this one for you to now understand, because after this one, I will take some calls. We call it a day. Few things, especially where he talked about Ikonso. Listen.
The reason why I am going to start this broadcast with the people that killed Ikonso is that they are now after the family of Ikonso. They are after the family of Ikonso, and they believe that some of the family of Ikonso may rise up tomorrow to know what happened to Ikonso. So they threatened. They feel threatened, for the fact that somebody is still there in Ikonso's family. So, and then we are going to also put a warning to the person that they are using to kill.
Let's see. I think the voice is not coming out clear. Now, listen.
Who is the mastermind of Ikonso?
I don't know if you are hearing his voice. If you are hearing his voice, confirm for me that his voice is coming out. The voice of a Berima.
And of course, the person that he is using to kill, we have come to know you. He's the mastermind.
Okay.
And those who may know you, they will hear your name today.
Okay.
So, and of course, it is going to also be a warning and to the notice of the world that should in case anybody dies in Ikonso's family.
Ikonso's family, you better be careful. Maybe Simon and his criminal is is up for you, because now, okay.
I want you to also pay attention to the people, how the one they call Wangwere, the involvement of Wangwere called Darlington, his involvement in coordinating the hitmen for China Samoro, his involvement. And of course,